You're watching 8 News Now at noon.
Following reports Facebook may have mishandled data of more than 50 million users, CEO Mark Zuckerberg is set to speak before a House panel. The revelations have caused a massive backlash against the social media giant. Many users have deleted their accounts over privacy concerns. And joining us on set this afternoon is attorney Justin Watkins. Thanks for being in today to talk about such a timely matter. So we assume that these social media companies are collecting our personal data, but what are they looking for in our profile, or what are they collecting?
Yeah, they're collecting a lot more data than people think that they're collecting.
Yeah.
One of the things we're learning about Facebook is that if you have Facebook on one of your devices, even if you don't have the app open, they're collecting data. Phone logs, what you make for phone calls on, your internet usage, what websites you go to, what you don't. So it doesn't matter that you're not in the app or not. And then as for what they do with the data, well,
is it only for advertisers, or is there more?
Whatever they can make money off of, right? So, I mean, let's think outside the box a little bit. What else could you do other than directly market to you, the user? Well, I can market to, say, political polling companies that want to know about demographic and usage of the local population, so that they know how to market their message when they're selling it to politicians who are running for office. Marketing and advertising agencies, they need to know the audience. So it has nothing to do with you actually spending your money, but making people better at their jobs, and when they market to others, to say that they know what you think and how you use social media, how you use the internet.
Gotcha. So building up the demographics to understand for these certain companies that are looking for it.
Yeah, I mean, that's from their perspective, that's all this really is an opportunity to get information on the population. So every time you see a little quiz online about, you know, what character on Game of Thrones am I, right? And you answer a series of 20 questions. It has nothing to do with Game of Thrones. It has to do with getting more information on who I am, so that they can collect that data and report it on to either advertisers or what have you.
All right. So if we don't want all that information out there about us, if we don't want them to know that, you know, I might want to be Cersei.
Yes, right.
Game of Thrones reference there. But what are some steps we can take?
Unfortunately, not many, right? So we have kind of one of two options. One is you could choose your social media platform. Not all platforms treat the information similarly. So I think you've seen there's a movement out there of delete Facebook, because they don't feel, the users don't feel like they've been responsible with the information that they have, as opposed to, say, Twitter. So that's one option. The other option is that you can support local, state, or federal laws and lawmakers who make this a priority. So over the course of the last 10 years, the Department of Justice, the FEC has gotten involved and said, we get to regulate what you do with this information and how you market it to the users. So I think it's more important than ever that people make sure they ask the people who are running for elected office, you know, what their stance is on this, whether they think there should be laws on the state level. A lot of states do. California has some of the most stringent laws on what social media companies can do with that information and how they market it.
Thank you so much for your time today. We greatly appreciate you being here, Justin Watkins.
My pleasure.
Thank you. We'll be right back.